Welcome everyone to today's Dauntless tip video. This video is going to be an overview of the hammers and how they work. If you haven't already tried out Dauntless, you can play for free at playdauntless.com. First off, hammers are one of the initial 3 weapons you can use in-game once you complete the early tutorial stuff. Where swords are a balanced weapon, hammers require a bit more finesse. The primary damage style of hammers is blunt damage, meaning they will work well for stagger effects and breaking some behemoth parts, but cannot cut off behemoth tails or tusks. I know it seems strange that you cannot smack a behemoth tusk with a hammer and break it, but that is the way the game is currently set up. As with other weapons, progressing through the game will give access to hammers that also have an elemental damage effect as well. Hammers are a substantially different fighting style than other weapons in the game and will take time to adjust to. Where swords, for example, have light and heavy attacks, hammers do not. Hammers have the hammer strikes or physical attacks, which are triggered by your primary attack button. Being that these hammers are large and not little like Thor's hammer, all physical attacks are heavier hits. The alternate attack is a concussive aether attack. Unlike other weapons, hammers do not have the normal special meter. Instead, hammers have concussive charges similar to a shotgun shell. You can use a charge to fire an aether blast at the behemoth, however these blasts are very short-ranged. This is done by using the secondary attack button while standing still. If you trigger a charge while running, you will then use the charge to trigger a jump. This gives you a quick way to get closer to the behemoth, but also gives you a way to perform an aerial strike by using your primary attack whilst in the air. By double tapping quickly on your secondary attack button while running, you will instead trigger a double jump to go higher or faster in a certain direction, but you will not be able to perform an aerial strike this way. Besides using a charge to jump, you can also use the charge to trigger an evasive blast, which will move you quickly in a direction but must be done while not sprinting. You can also use the charges to augment your physical attacks for more damage. If you trigger a charge during a physical attack before the damage is dealt, you will perform a primed strike. This will consume a single shell from your meter for each primed strike. If you trigger a charge at the end of a combo, you will instead unload all remaining charges into a series of blasts against the behemoth for even higher damage. So now I've gone over the use of the aether charges, but we also need to talk about the reloading mechanics. This is where your different special meter comes in play. Instead of the special attacks like other weapons have, using the Q button on PC will simply reload your hammer with fresh charges. Now there are 2 different types of charges you will be able to use. When you first start your hunt, you will see that you have charges in a bluish color. These are stronger charges and have a greater effect on damage. A normal reload will provide you with green charges, which still work the same, just to a lesser degree. By performing a physical strike and hitting reload immediately afterward, you will be able to perform an inline reload, which will load a single new blue charge. With proper timing, you can do this without disrupting your combos, offering you a way to reload 3 blue aether charges quickly and follow up by using them all with the blast at the end of a combo. So with all of this information so far, you should be able to see that hammers are about careful timing. With that said, let's talk about the attack combos. Since we have only physical attacks instead of light and heavy attacks, the hammers only have 3 attack combos at the moment. The first combo, horizontal hammers, is performed by a series of 3 physical attacks while not moving in a forward direction. The horizontal hammers combo works well when the behemoth is pausing between attacks or staggered, as the spinning element of the attack will land multiple hits. The second combo is lunging strikes and is performed similar to the way horizontal hammers is performed. This combo starts with a physical strike performed while you are holding the forward movement button. Then you will let off the forward button and follow with 2 more physical strikes. This combo is basically like hammering a nail, and the final hard strike can work well for breaking a behemoth apart. The third combo is called repeating uppercuts. This combo can take a bit of trial and error to get used to the timing when it comes to executing this. You will start with a physical strike while not holding a movement key, then follow with a physical strike while holding the forward movement key, and finish the combo with a physical strike while not using a movement key. Okay, so now let's discuss some fighting tactics. Because the hammer is a slower attack weapon, you will need to focus on single hits against faster moving behemoths. Also make sure to use the advantage offered by the hammer jump to launch up and land a good aerial strike. At this point, you may be able to get in either a lunging strikes or repeating uppercuts combo. Early game behemoths won't be as much trouble with this, but the later game behemoths will typically be starting an attack at this point. I definitely recommend saving the horizontal hammers combo for downed or staggered behemoths once you get further in the game. The horizontal hammers combo is slower with the final attack, and the animations are a little bit slower as well, leaving you more open to an attack. Now, because hammers are good at causing staggers and breaking certain behemoth parts, it should not take long to get one of these. Once you get a break or stagger, this is where you need to start throwing in combos like crazy. It is in my experience, once you get the first break or stagger, you can readily chain more by following with steady combos. I have been able to chain up to 5 breaks in quick succession so far just by keeping the combos going. Now you can use the concussive blast finisher at any point, but some behemoths use very mobile attacks which may put them out of range of the concussive blast, thereby wasting it. Well, that is it for today's tip video. Hopefully this will help some of you who have struggled with using the hammers effectively, as it definitely is a weapon taking more finesse and practice to get used to it. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave me a like, leave me a comment below, and hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. As always, I'm your host, Mr. Spicy. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to keep it spicy this week, and I will see you in the next video.